So people seem to like my stories of weird shit that's happened to me in my life and during my awakening. So here's another one. If you were watching my TikToks a while back, you would have seen that I went to Turkey during a 5D adventure. And there was a period in that time where I didn't make any videos for about 4 days. And it's because when I got to Turkey, so I stayed in this one hostel the first night I got there, and it was all normal. And it was still like one of those hostels, like with the, like if you know about that, you know that they pretty much own all the hotels and everything. So it was normal. So I just stayed in there and it was fine. And then the next day I woke up and I was like, right, I'm going to find a hotel or a hostel. So I looked on like Google and Booking.com and I was like, right, here's one. But I thought I won't book it now. I'll walk there and like just go in there and pay for it. And so I walked there and then I walked in and I was like, hi, have you got a room available? And the guy was like, no. But they blatantly did. But that's just what, like, he just didn't want me in there because they don't want you there. They don't want you in there. And so I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I was like, I know you have. I'll go online and book it now, but I didn't want to argue with him. He didn't want me in there. So I was like, whatever, let's go. And by the way, that's what Jesus meant when he said, if the world hates you, know that it hated me first. That's what it means. It's this kind of shit. Anyway, he didn't let me in the hotel. So I went over this big bridge in Istanbul to this other hotel. It was like a small hotel and I booked it online. And when I got there, I was like, hi, I've booked a room here. And the woman was like, oh yeah, cool, just have a seat. And I was like, cool, have a seat. And then she like got on the phone or something. And then all of a sudden, like they were like big, scary looking guys, all turned up. They all came into the hotel and they were like arguing with her or something. Or like talking amongst themselves, they're really clever, but like I could tell they were like talking about me. And then all of them, every single one of them, she said, right, now we have to clean the room before we can let you in there. And every single one of them went up into the room. Like 6 big, scary looking blokes and this woman, all of them went up into the room. And one of them was carrying it was like a Wi-Fi or a piece of it was like a piece of like recording equipment, like a device, and they were up there for like 15 minutes, and then she came back down. She was like, "Oh, we'll be done soon." I was like, "Mate, I'm not going to stay in this room. I'm not going to stay in this hotel." And actually, that was when I decided I'm not going to stay in this country. And so, that's the kind of shit that happens. Like they didn't want me in there, and then the second hotel they wanted me in there, but they wanted to like monitor me or something. That's what it's like. That's what it's like if you live this kind of life. If you have powerful consciousness, or if you're carrying divinity and the codes to awaken people, then you get tracked and stuff. That's why you have to know how to close your energy field. I didn't know about that then, and I freaked out. And I didn't know about it when I was in Spain, and I freaked out. Yeah, you see that? They do that on purpose. You knew I was making a video. They do that on purpose. That sort of shit. It follows you everywhere. That's why you have to know how to close your energy field.